Hello everyone, and welcome to a new mini-series called Flat Earth Research Fails. So I've been following the Flat Earth debate for entertainment purposes for a few years now, and I recently decided that I wanted to get into the whole thing. So I've just created a YouTube account for the purpose. Mostly what I'm going to be focusing on this is smaller claims. So anybody that has ever debated a flat earther, mostly in the smaller ones in the comment sections, not necessarily the big content providers like journalism and such. Well, you'll notice that when they debate, they like to throw a lot of different claims in rapid succession, sometimes not even having any clear relation between the claims. Like, for example, they'll throw in evolution and 9/11 in it, as if it's really related with flat Earth or space itself. But I've also noticed a few space-related claims that are relatively minor that just don't ever get addressed because it's mixed in with there's no gravity and such that everybody feels the need to debunk them for understandable reasons. So yeah, this is me going to address those things and show how, because most of these things are something that one can research in 5 minutes, and just show how the flat earthers can't do research, despite one of the first things they'll probably tell you in a debate is do your own research. So yeah, so far I have a few ideas for both from the title and the intro images that I've put here. So you can tell it's going to be based on the ISS and its construction. I have some of the claims that the shuttle is a really bad glider, therefore it cannot be a spacecraft. Some about the moon landing technology, and I'll probably get in a few others. If anybody has any ideas on weird claims that they see flat earthers makes and rarely get debunked, I'm open to new suggestions. Mostly interested in space travel and such, because it's the things I know the most about. I don't really want to be talking out of ignorance in any of these videos. So anyways, yes, today, as I said, I've seen a lot of claims that they say that there are no videos about the construction of the ISS. Now, of course, every video that actually is out there about space, they claim it's fake and CGI and such, but in this particular case they say they just do not exist. For future videos, I think I'm going to try to get screen caps of these comments and such, but since I just recently decided to actually make videos and I've seen these comments randomly pop up about in my years of like lurking around this subject, yeah, I couldn't be bothered to actually get those. But I'm sure you guys have seen it if you've followed this debate long enough. And yeah, before I go into the actual showing things, I want to make a disclaimer here that this is not meant as a proof that the ISS exists or that the Earth is a globe. It's simply going to say flat earthers will tell you there are no videos of the ISS being built. I'm here to show you they're wrong. Okay, so here we are on YouTube, and YouTube for flat earthers is like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's where they get all the information from, despite the fact that this information is not always accurate. So anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if most of the flat earthers making these comments in the comment sections just read it somewhere else and said, oh, that must be true because it fits my narrative. But I'm assuming some of them did try to do a simple check to see if it was true. They went and said IK ISS construction, and well, if you do that, you get videos like this with time-lapse that are animations of how each model went. Because, well, here's the thing, the ISS took years to build. It wasn't a single launch, so of course you cannot have all the construction in a single video. So yeah, these are just animations to see how it all went. Well, of course you have documentaries, but I believe these ones are already like full working mode, and I don't know if I'm not going to go through all of this to see if they have parts in construction, mostly because I still don't know how the whole showing other people's videos in my own video works, even though I'm not monetizing. I did notice, however, somebody else got tired of this claim and made a video. But okay, it's only been out for 7 months, so this doesn't count for the people that were making this claim 3 or 4 years ago. We also have this documentary that would, in theory, include footage from that, but well, I skimmed through it, and it mostly was the history leading up to the decision to build the ISS. And it does have animations on how it progressed throughout the years. But it might have a few clips of actual footage. If so, I did not see them. There's this pilot video that does have scenes from the actual construction, so a bit of a fail already here. Like, even the most basic research. But okay, and yeah, this one 5 years ago, so it's been a while for them to find it. But okay, yeah, it's just very, very, very broad highlights, just less than 5 minutes long. But so yeah, at this point, yes, we already saw that there are a few examples, but even if they've somehow missed it, the flat earthers are like, go full on Jedi librarian. If it's not in YouTube, it does not exist. And well, first of all, the ISS was built before YouTube was really something big, so it's just possible that the videos were archived somewhere else. But anyways, another thing is the priorities of NASA and how that affects their naming conventions. NASA, despite what Flare first think, NASA's mission is not to convince you that the Earth is round. I don't even know if the missions to measure, like, well, not so much measure, but actually map the shape of the Earth very thoroughly have been sponsored by NASA or by somebody else. But yeah, so there's basically 2 videos that you will see from NASA, 2 different kinds of videos. One will be PR videos, which is to get, like, public opinion on NASA's side, and those are more videos geared to us saying how Pace's cool, space is interesting, and what we're doing is important. These ones will be short videos featuring highlights, dumped down explanations of certain things for normal people to be able to understand, and also lots of eye candy, such as the one I was showing in my intro. Those were photos from the ISS. I particularly like the ones where they show the northern or southern lights from the ISS. Those are quite cool. The other kind of longer videos are more technical. They film launches and constructions and such, deployment of satellites, and basically this is so that if at some point there's a problem, specifically in the ISS, if there's a problem with a certain model, they can go back to either the blueprints to see if there was a design flaw. If there was a construction flaw, they have videos of the actual building of each module while on the ground, and then they'll have videos of the assembly to see if something was broken while it was being launched and assembled. Now the thing is, for them to be able to quickly access all of this, they need to have like a normal convention. They're not going to film 8 hours of spacewalk and maneuvers assembling the ISS, Model A with Model B, and then just name it, like, I don't know what flat earthers expect, like 100% proof that the ISS exists. No, they're not going to do that. Basically, they're just going to archive the video with the name of the mission that flew it. So, in NASA's case, the spacecraft they used for the missions was the shuttle. So you can just go to Wikipedia, to the list of shuttle missions, and eventually it starts in 98, so you're going to come to the ISS assembly flights. So yeah, this would be STS-88 would be the first shuttle mission for the assembly of the ISS. So, okay, STS-88, quite simple. And here we go. So, well, first, okay, we have the launch, which is also quite good eye candy. I particularly, as much as the shuttle was a failure in its specific objectives, it's really a photogenic spacecraft as far as the launches go. I do enjoy them. But here we go. This is still not like the full video of the entire assembly of this would be the Saria module, the Unity module being docked with the Saria module. But it's just half an hour, and we start here with what I'm guessing is the building of the Saria module still on Earth. They built these things on Earth, and then they just put everything together in space. So yeah, this is still mostly highlights, but of course a lot more detailed than the 5-minute video that was over there. And yeah, you can actually see this, no animation or anything. This is the actual maneuvering that took place and subsequent. So yeah, here's the two models, Unity and Saria, being docked together, and then the astronauts need to go out. I don't really know how much of it wasn't just docking both models together. There needed to be like on-site engineers to further continue the assembly. This wasn't always the case, but in most cases, yes. So yeah, here's what you've been crying about. No bloody videos of the ISS construction. That's BS. And I must say, yeah, of course there's going to be flat earthers claiming, yes, but this is clearly CGI without any proof. But from the comments that I've seen, they've made it clear that they're not saying there's no real video of the ISS being built. They're just saying there's no video of it, period. And here it is. Now, there's something else that I want to address, and it's going to be pretty much homework. I don't know if any flat earther is actually going to stumble upon this video or not. I honestly don't know if anybody's going to stumble upon it, but if you're a flat earther and you see this, you will see here, yes, this is the Unity module being sent up on STS-88. This was the first shuttle mission to launch a component for the International Space Station, and it's being docked with the Saria module here. Now, of course, you might have going by the trend from flat earthers to immediately jump from anything that suits their narrative. You might want to say, then how the hell was Saria already up there if this is the first shuttle launch? And instead of just jumping to the conclusion that it's clearly just fake, let's see you actually put it in the comments if you see this. How did Saria got up there? And here's the clue. There's a reason why the inclination of the International Space Station is... let me check that. I'm back. There's a reason why the inclination of the ISS is 51 degrees, while I believe Hubble is more around 20 degrees. And it has also something to do with how Saria was able to get up there without being in a shuttle mission. Like I said, the spacecraft for NASA that did all the ISS stuff was shuttle. So yeah, put out your answer. Let's see if you can do some really basic research. So anyway, that's it. Pretty much it for this video. Very basic. Flat earthers claim this is so, and it's demonstrably wrong. So now I'm looking forward to seeing all the excuses posted in the comments if anybody actually happens to see this video. And next video we'll be talking about the actual shuttle and how it worked. So yeah, also if you're not a flat earther and you've been arguing with flat earthers over the comment section and somebody tells you this little piece of misinformation, feel free to either point them in the direction of this video or, you know, just like I said, STS plus the number of the mission that carried a specific module doesn't have to be the first one. Yeah, so we have STS-92 for a truss. Just type that on Google and you'll on YouTube and you'll find the assembly. Let's see. I didn't check this one before. But yeah, all the videos are there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was fairly like basic information. The next one on the shuttle will go a little bit more into aerodynamics. Okay, goodbye.